What are we gonna do after AI is better than us? What is gonna happen? Like in a timeline of humans are better, so obviously humans are gonna do a lot of the jobs, at least the technical and motor jobs. Motor jobs meaning that require muscles, because AI don't have, at least not yet, enough information, training data to train to do motor jobs. At least very like, if for example in the Tesla factory, robots struggle to put in the last plug, uh, fit it. I guess they fixed it right now, but you understand, they need to have enough training data to do that, and we just don't have that. It, at least not quality and labeled data. Like a hand is moving, tongue, it's lifting something, tongue, like labeling each clip to their counterpart. But it will be coming sooner or later, since there's a need. But eventually, AI is gonna become better than us. Like it can lift more, and it can outthink us. You know, in many ways. Obviously, there's gonna be different type of AI. Uh, like there's gonna be extremely creative ones and extremely philosopher ones, or mathematicians. There's gonna be different types of AI. It's like, because something that focuses 100% on something is going to be better at that than something that focuses like 20% of something there, 20% of something here, 20% of that, and last 20% somewhere else. You see, so obviously there's going to be specialization, because for the best results, yeah, we are going to need specialization, like us humans that eventually specialized in each regions, like chemist, computer scientist, car designer, graphic designer, 3D modeler, game designer. Even though all of them have like similar skills and sets, as long as you're open-minded enough and a little practice enough, you can go through all of them. But someone who does all of like one thing a lot is more likely to succeed, as long as he's not overly prideful or overly arrogant, and his actions show that, like, I don't have to practice, and he doesn't get better unless that. Yeah, that's the only exception to the rule. If the practitioner of one thing slacks off. hmm yeah, so where did I left off? I was talking about like AI, right? What will happen to us? Like if AI can do every job better than us, after they replace it, there would be no use for us in society, right? We have to think about this. AI is gonna get better and better, and something like Neuralink is gonna become why is gonna get better in the future, and at some point there's gonna be an intersection of, I need this job, I need to be better at this than the AI, so I'm gonna put on this brain interface and make my brain think better in various ways. Unless we're unless we adapt our brain uh, by addition of technology or changing of neural networks, some form of some biotech using neurobots or something that make your brain more efficient, or at least more focused. Unless that, we're not gonna have the best of AI is gonna get ahead of us, and eventually, when they are better than us, how would that look? Better than us is subjective, don't you think? Hey, are they okay? Are they better artists? They draw better. Are they creative? Like they do the job. Like yeah, they do. They make. They do the job most efficiently. What what type of interface is the best um information transfer to the user for this application? You could make that into a function, like, and then optimize it. Yeah, you just have to set that up, and I don't think AI is gonna that AI is not gonna suffer of doing that. It's only us. It's gonna for us. It's gonna take longer, and since we didn't we will not be using the most efficient language, math, to solve a not a linear regression but a regression problem, making the bus function. Math is a language that you could think about uh, think about problems like about description of the world or generation of the world, prediction of the world. It's the most efficient language for that. I guess I can see in the future where with a brain interface, all people are gonna understand um, all languages, math too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's two ways this could go. We reject the idea of adapting, and we don't go anywhere, and AI just becomes better, and they just take over slowly. Or we get better at ourselves. Since we have a head start, we're gonna be better than them. As long as our rate of improvement is not extremely low compared to AI. As long as we make it better, we're gonna be good. Hmm. It's only been 9 minutes, huh? They've been talking podcast talk for hours and hours. Hmm. Something. Hmm. And there's no I wonder if they cut it out, or at least cut it in a most reasonable pace. I wonder how long they talked about. 5 hours? 6 hours? Yeah, I'm getting off topic here. But it's hard to see that AI is going to take over our jobs. It's gonna at the beginning, and there's gonna be a lot of jobs it's gonna take out, or like it's because, or it's gonna become much more competitive. Each job is gonna become much more competitive because the people that are going in, because the barrier of entry for each job is gonna be tremendously low. Since AI tools are gonna make it easier to learn each tool, because AI is gonna bridge the gap of learning the language, and slow. It's at the beginning you're gonna still be able to do it. Slowly you get better, and boom, you have a job, right? That also means you're gonna have to adapt more often. What do I mean by that? The type of jobs are gonna be that you're gonna do is gonna be rapidly different. Since the world is gonna recognize that each person can do like anything. There are some anything really. There are jobs that need experience, so they're gonna have some heads that have experience of the past. But as AI becomes the that bridges the gap from language, like let's say 3D modeler. It's not right now. There's a lot of stuff. Input. Do these certain actions on the Blender app. Okay, do these action on the Blender app into this final result. Okay, if we have a bunch of data of that, of people making stuff, and the inputs for that, a bunch of data, wouldn't that we could make a AI algorithm that generates models in Blender? Well, obviously we're gonna need a lot of models. And we're gonna need labels for each model, like this is a hair simulation or something. Om Triambak Vijame Adanyan Pushtivardhan. Is there a place where data is available, like for 3D models? There's like an Apple, photos of stuff. There's photos of stuff, I guess. Tarara. The Nietzsche of AI generation is like 3D model generation. Yeah, talking really just helps me fucking become like clearer, I guess. Yeah. Data, 3D models. Ha. Ha. 3D assets. Oh. NVIDIA made 3D models. Is there a website that I can generate 3D models? Yum. There are a bunch. There's a bunch. There's a bunch. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 ay. Da-da-da. Let me list out what data there is in the world. There's cars. I guess we have different models of cars. I'm gonna just list off the information. We have a ton of books. Tons. We have a lot of text. Online everywhere that can be skipped. So it was obvious why. It's obvious why ChatGPT, like text, was the first one that to grow big. But we also have a ton of images. So image generation also become great. What next? What next? Shiva? What next? We are getting like AI models talking AI in code. There's a lot of code on GitHub. A lot of it is on public, and there's like a lot of docs for each language. Obvious that code was gonna be generated. Right now we're still in the early stages of AI. So as long as I'm willing to persevere and make product in AI, like, and I started and everything, and people are willing to use it, I'm great. But nah, I'm not gonna be the best AI model, obviously. I'm just thinking about other data that is available to us, like DNA. There recently, I believe, like someone made an open DNA like database to identify different diseases and stuff, make it easier. Using that, we can understand DNA much better. It is true that AI is not the best model, but how does our brain work? According to other thoughts I have, is that our brain has like independent thought cycles. It thinks that, it thinks this, it thinks that, and with enough proof, I guess, supporting each, everything collapses to one thought, and we do that. Similar, I guess AI could be like talk to each other. It says this, it says that, and another says this, and it realizes the flaw within itself and it solves it. The thing is that eventually solving rudimentary problems becomes easier. So why would someone invest in understanding something if they can solve it just by like entering in like ChatGPT? Why? Why would they go to the trouble of understanding it? I guess curiosity. Like right now, the world is such a dopamine-filled place. You you can't, like, if you let it rip, you're, I don't know about being, you're gonna let the world suck your boredom. boredom leads to you doing something. But if the world sucks that away from you, it just sucks your essence away. It sucks your time to develop. Chenga, Cheniga, Big Bear AI. Yeah, I guess shooting people. Also, I see someone moving. Tongue. Pum pum pum. Drones. I see someone moving. Oh, I see a sniper shooting at the president. Sniped. Eventually, we're gonna become careless. Like, we always have done that, right? Like, at the beginning, we are very, very careful. Like, when we are learning a skill or anything, we're careful that we don't make a mistake. But after we get comfortable, we just let it rip. And that's what happens to managers and everything. At the beginning of their lives, they're like careful, good, they're growing and everything, but then they stagnate. They just let whatever's doing the work, like their automatic systems, do the work. And that leads to downfall because they don't adapt. Their decisions are not the best for the current situation. They might have worked in the past, but not now. Similarly, we are going to get comfortable with AI. It's going to do the work for us, and we're going to just accept it. And yeah, is that good for us? Obviously not. Obviously not, I say. 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 On top of that, I don't have a SIM card. Something. Really something. Really something. Dara. Dara. Oh. Oh, Dara. Oh. Oh. I don't focus, do I? I get to a new stuff and my mind just goes doubt, 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 and then I stop. I guess it's similar to that guy. Haha. Go all rip. Rip your thing is. There's a lot of stuff you could do just with the website. What do you think is his future? You're gonna get comfortable with AI and some random stuff is gonna happen. Like always. Some big thing is gonna happen. That's gonna put us all into check. We have to make sure that the AI doesn't do this mistake ever again. But we are getting better. We are making more and more systems so that we are in order. We lead to better lives for us. But sometimes the negatives too, like show, like the internet and the social media has just taken your drive away. You need boredom to do something, but if there's no boredom, then you're not gonna do anything. You're gonna just stay there and yeah, I think that's been robbed from us. Boredom. Sometimes I believe life is such an incredible way. I have really done something. Hmm. Sometimes I feel like why not just fly? My head, my toe, body just says fly away. I know that I have a long life ahead, but the systems that I have in my head right now, there's some good, there's some bad, and I just feel overwhelmed. I guess there are other anxieties like there are people out there better than me. Why should I do this? Why us? Why us? Just focus on the one goddamn thing is the only thing I have to say to you. Focus on one goddamn thing, and then I feel bad for changing it up. Someone else can do this, someone else can do that, but you, my boy, you are responsible for this. Yeah, goddamn life. But I'll tell you, I either die by. Did I say 29? Yeah. I either die by 29 or become someone great and live on. That's the thing. And those are the two options I have. I'm gonna probably jump off some building at 29 if I don't. Like, my goal for by 29, I need to be like at least over a million. That tells me that I have gave enough value to society that I get at least a million back. That like yeah, or it's also tells me that the amount of work I put in. If I didn't put enough, I'm just like kill myself, man. Like why live this life if I can't live it the way I want? Like if I'm not the way I want, die. Just die, Shiva. Yeah, why live if you're not upholding to the principles of living? Yeah, I'm understanding Musashi more. Live, honor before your life. Like why live without your honor? Honor, what is honor? Not cheating? It's just rules that you put on yourself. It's not the rules that the city puts on us. It's the rules you put on yourself. Na 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 na. I have the most wildest thoughts. I don't know why. Or is it just me or it's a lot of people? I don't want to remain a dreamer. I want to be something more. And to do that, I have to act. Yeah, I have to act. Pull yourself together, Shiva. Or you're gonna really पछताएगे तू पछताएगे बहुत पछताओगे Yeah, it's just regret, and I don't want to regret my life. I just don't wanna. So what do I do? Ask myself. Focus. Focus on a few things. Home you have to do chore. You have to do kitchen work and everything. You have to be okay with dealing with people. When you're working on a project, decide what you're gonna do. After that, that's the project. Solve the problem. Talk to other people so that they can give insights. Because having an independent mind working is better than you working on it alone. बहुत पछताओगे क्या करेंगे हम ఎందుకురా ఈ కాలం ఎందుకురా ఈ విశ్వేషణ అప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు తల కోసం తన కోసం మారుతావా నువ్వు మారుతావా నువ్వు కలిసున్నాము మనమే కదా కలుసున్నాము మనమే కదా కలిసున్నాము మనమే కదా ఓ ఓ తానా నా 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 నానే నా నా దారేరా 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 Tarera. This reminds me. In the future, I don't know. The future is the one we build for ourselves. Why would not be the one to build it? Is a question you should ask yourself, Shiva. The future is not in stone, at least not yet. In reality, it is kind of in stone, but we don't know the future. So it is not really like according to physics, the initial conditions of the universe, if we know it, and the function, the universe. If we had those, we could just predict the like what's gonna happen to this extent. We are obviously gonna need humongous computers and humongous AI to compute to parse through all that data and give us a and visualize that to in our part of the galaxy, our solar system, and like on Earth, and predict like what happens to us. But we were gonna, sometimes there's fluctuations that change it, so yeah, that's mostly it. Most of the time it's already set in stone, but you don't know what it is. You don't know what the future is. That's the wild part. Are you gonna be a loser or are you gonna be a winner? Are you gonna push your head in the ditch or are you gonna do something? It's a real reality changer, reality banger. what can you do? I guess there's like two things. I guess clearly living the life you want, but before that you have to think about the first layer of stuff is survival. You have to think about your survival, food, water, shelter. Right now I'm just like every time I think I leech off my father, right? I don't know what to tell college and everything. Sometimes I think a lot of people say it's his duty or something, but I don't know. I just always reminded of like the year before I went to high school. I think, yeah, 8th grade. We were in McLean. I was pretty innocent. I was good and happy, kiddish, I guess, curious. There were parts of me that could be better. Like I had a laptop in India, but I didn't know the possibilities that were possible. I guess I fulfilled my boredom using Netflix. But, I guess it would have been better if I had used a different channel. But coming to the main part of it, yeah, we went to like a high school orientation type of sorts, like before like there's the event or something, just to check out the courses and stuff. Yeah, we went there. It was pretty good, I guess. We had to. My dad was drinking and everything. We had to convince him to come, and we went. And then we went inside. Dad asked questions and everything. While we were coming out, he was like, "What was he like?" Something about leaving us. How about you catch me? Can you catch me? He, I don't know if he was drunk or anything. Yeah, he was drunk. That could be why. Mm, I believe it was his true thoughts. Why should I suffer like this? Day and out, work, fulfill all the loans, and for the future, think about the future. Just me and kids. Why should I suffer? You're gonna go and move into a new house. Uh, should I just leave you guys? What are you guys gonna do if I leave you? Something like that. Leaving us. Just go or something. I kinda. I always wanted to be independent. That's probably one of the sources of my motivation or something. I just also other thoughts. At the time I was like I want to die. Like every second, every minute, every other minute I just get reminded I want to die. Why do you say? Because my mother died, and while we were talking to her, I promised her if She said, if you're gonna die, I'm gonna die too. After her. I wanted to die, but I was scared. I was scared of the pain that I might feel. I was scared of death, I guess. Eventually, I realized how I would affect others' lives, and I don't want that on me. Yeah, life is something, isn't it? ఎప్పుడో కలిసున్నాము కదా ఎంతో కష్టం పడి విన్నాము కానీ ఏం చేస్తాము ఏమైంది ఎంతో కష్టపడి విన్నాము Yeah, at the end of the day, only the person who works, even if he thinks about all of this, the person who works, that's the person who is gonna win, even with all of this. So the saying is, even if you face all the emotional turmoil out there, all you have to do is work. It doesn't matter what your thoughts are. What the right decision is always work. Just fucking work. That's the right decision. Plain and simple. Work, work, work. Pretty simple, right? You're obviously gonna get better if you work. Obviously you're gonna be useful to society, and you're gonna get their support to live, and you're gonna live. And yeah, you survived, my friend. Fucking work. Yeah, that's it. The right decision is always to work. Work, work, work. If anything happens, anything, your world dies, you think you have no future, just work. Work. Yeah, that's simple, right? Just work and you don't have to think about anything else. Work and don't have to think about anything else. Work. This reminds me of NTR. He's like an Indian actor. His son died. When he his son died like from a railway track or something while he was crossing it or something. And and he just drowned himself in work. And after that, he was pretty like he's successful. Like everyone in Andhra Pradesh knows him. Later, he even became the CM, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. It's later split in 2017, I believe. Pretty recent. To tell you the truth, my sense of time at the time was pretty lopsided. Could be because of all the stuff that's happening that I never kept up with the time. Or at least didn't think about all these situations. I didn't reflect on myself as much as I do right now. Yeah, now to water stuff. This reminds me recording this. This reminds me of ancient Mesopotamia and other civilizations that left records of themselves. Really something. Oh, this sound of raw water really is refreshing. Yeah, all this podcast stuff I'm releasing. Probably my voice is gonna be, what do you call it? Easily generatable. Yeah, we're getting better at generating the voices, the algorithm. Did I hear something? Yeah, I did hear something. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, water is so calming. So calming. Ah, really so calming. I think like should I make this podcast so what do you call it? No cuts and everything. Yeah, there's a lot of inefficiencies. I wonder if people are gonna, what do you call it? Like those inefficiencies. I guess I have to let something go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the goal is simple. I'm gonna probably publish a podcast of just my life, my thoughts, and If that's helpful to you, listen to me. If it's not, that is what it is, I guess. It will show, I guess, in the viewership. It's probably gonna be like a year or two before I know. By that time, I'll probably be better talker. And this is also for myself. Even if nothing happens, I can just reveal my mind of all the anxieties that it faces because of how much it thinks. Even now, like, think about stuff like growth, I guess. I just project into the future so much. Project what the future of this podcast is gonna be. Will this help me or not? But I realize I shouldn't really care about that. Because caring about that will lead you to just stop this. Because most of the time, it's pretty. The probability says that this is not going to be a successful venture. But the thing is, you have to invest in a lot of stuff, and one of them is gonna give you the most returns. You don't know which one. You don't know. It's called the Powerball equation of something from the investing world. They invest all the money, and one of them is gonna give them a lot back. I guess it's the same with your time. Instead of consume like eating stuff with your time, like eating TV, eating YouTube, eating Instagram, eating TikTok, invest that money called time into different ventures, whatever it is, whatever takes your fancy, I guess. And yeah, do something. Yeah, listen to the water. Let it calm down. It's okay. To tell you the truth, the only reason you're not where you're supposed to be yet, at least, you could have already been there like a few years ago, but a lot of stuff came in the way. It could be your parents who stopped you from, like, when you were practicing code, just saying, shut the fuck up, just don't do it, and just stopping your drive. But what can we do? We can never blame others for your own failures.